Okay, we are going to discuss today book number 5, chapter 3. It is about cost. Cost. What is cost? Cost is a resource sacrificed or foregone to achieve a specific objective. To achieve a specific objectives, we are spending something that is called cost. A cost such as the direct material or advertising is usually measured as the monetary amount that must be paid to acquire the goods or services. Okay. So an actual cost, the cost incurred, a historical or past cost, as distinguished from a budgeted cost, which is a predicted or forecasted cost for a future cost, or you can say it is a future cost. Every company, they are making the budget. What is the budget? There is a budget cost, right? What is the budget cost? Budget is just forecasting, okay, predicting. They are predicting or forecasting the cost for the future, okay. Management accounting techniques breaks cost into two major cost classifications. When we are talking about the management accounting, they are using the technique to break cost into two major cost classification. The product cost and other is called period cost. The product cost, that is cost related to the manufacturing. The period cost, non-manufacturing cost. Non-manufacturing cost. The product costs are then broken down into the elements of the cost. These elements are the materials, labor and overhead make up the cost of the products at nearly every company. Okay, direct material, direct labor, overhead cost. Okay, the product manufacturing cost, product cost or manufacturing cost. What are the elements? The direct materials, direct labor, manufacturing overhead. These three becomes a product cost, okay, or you can say the manufacturing cost. Direct materials, raw materials that become an integral part of the product and that can be easily or directly traced to it. Directly, any raw materials that becomes an integral part. Suppose the car, there is a lot of integral parts. These all integral parts. Okay, the raw material which makes the internal products that can be easily or directly traced to it. You can trace it. A tire installed in a car. Okay. Direct labor, those labor costs that can be easily traced to individual units of products, such as the examples, the wages paid to the line workers, robot operators, painters, assembly workers. Okay, they are directly involved in manufacturing the products, so it is a direct cost. Okay, the direct cost, the definition is those labor costs that can be easily traced to individual unit of the product. The example is the wages paid to the line worker, robot operators, the painters who is painting the car, and the laborers who is assembling the whole of the cars. Okay, these are the example of the direct labor or direct cost. Manufacturing overhead, all manufacturing costs other than the direct material and direct labors. Okay, indirect materials, indirect labor and other indirect costs. Indirect materials Materials used to support the production processes which are difficult to trace to the particular product in an economical way. The examples are the glue, the nails, the cleaning supplies, okay, the use in the car assembly plants, okay. So these type of things like glue, they are using the glue, they are using the nails, they are using the cleaning supplies, okay. All these used in a car assembly plant. So these are the indirect materials, okay. They are not the component of the product. Indirect labor used in manufacturing a product which is difficult to trace to particular products in an economical way. The examples are the wages for the maintenance workers, supervisor's salary, okay. They are directly not involved in manufacturing the car or the products. And the other indirect cost, all other type of manufacturing overheads. The examples are depreciation on machinery, depreciation on building, okay, depreciation on the factory insurance, the utilities bill, okay, charges for the factory, other indirect cost. Understand? Depreciation of machine, depreciation of buildings, okay, factory insurance, utilities for the factories, okay. All these items are, and the costs are the other indirect costs, okay. So there are three. Yes, you can. Okay, but actually these are the cost, okay, the manufacturing cost. When we are calculating the cost of the products to determine the price, determination of price, you know, the determination of price, how we will do how we will determine the price with the help of the product cost or manufacturing cost, right? And then we will put some of the percentage of the profit on it, right? Then it will become the selling price. So if we will say the cost, it will be better expenses. So there are the three overhead when we are talking about the manufacturing overheads. So we are, overhead is what this is also a cost, okay. It has the three different types: the indirect materials, indirect labor, and other indirect costs. When we are talking about the indirect materials, it means we are talking about things that is not an integral part of it, is used in making the parts such as the glue, the nails, cleaning supplies, okay, in the car manufacturing units. Whenever we are talking about the indirect labors, it means it is the wages for the maintenance workers, factory supervisors' salaries, those who are not directly involved in manufacturing the product. When we are talking about overheads such as the depreciation on machine, depreciation on building, in factory insurance, utilities for the insurance and all. The prime cost and conversion costs. Manufacturing costs are often classified as follows: direct material, direct labor. As we discussed in chapter number 1, that direct material and direct cost. The prime cost means the direct materials and direct labors, right? Direct labors and manufacturing overhead, it becomes a conversion cost. Non-manufacturing cost, that is called the period cost, okay, right? Two types of cost we discussed about: the product cost and the period cost. This period cost is also manufacturing cost, such as the marketing and selling, right? Selling of costs, administrative cost, right? Marketing, selling and marketing cost, and administrative cost. In the marketing, cost incurred in securing the orders from the customers and providing the customers with the finished products. Cost incurred in securing orders from the customer and providing the customers with the finished products. Supplying to the customers with the finished products, right? The first is what? The securing the order, getting the order from the customers and then supplying the finished product to the customer. The examples are sales commissions, cost of shipping products to the customer, goods, depreciation of the selling equipments, right? All these costs are under the marketing and selling costs. Administrative cost, all executive, organizational and clerical costs that are not related to the manufacturing or marketing costs, such as the CEO salaries, depreciation on administrative buildings, okay? These are the administrative costs, okay? Cost classification for preparing the financial statement. Product cost, period cost. Product cost, the cost assigned to products that were either purchased for resale, okay, merchandising firms or retailers, or the manufactured for the sales manufacturing firms. Okay, two types of firms are there. One, those who is making what? The manufacturing the products and selling it. Other one is not manufacturing the products, they are purchasing the products for the resale. Okay, you can say the merchandising firms or the retailers, they are purchasing the goods to resell. Okay, when products are sold, product costs are recognized as an expense. That expense are called the cost of goods sold, right? The cost of unsold products remains in inventory and are not expensed, therefore recorded as an assets in the balance sheet. Understand? When the products are sold, the product costs are recognized. Once you will sell the product, then the cost of the product, expense of the products will be recognized. The cost of the products recognized as an expense. That is called the cost of goods sold, right? What we are doing in income statement, the sales revenue minus the cost of goods sold, right? Sales minus the cost of goods sold, total sales minus cost of goods sold, then we are getting the gross profit, right? It means what? When products are sold, the product costs are recognized as an expenses. The cost of unsold products remains in inventory. Those products which is unsold, it means what? This is then recorded in the balance sheet as an asset. Period cost that are not product cost and that are associated with the period in which they are incurred. Period cost such as the selling and administrative cost, okay, are expensed, therefore deducted from the revenue in calculating the net income in the period they are incurred. Okay, so it is not the product cost, but it is the period cost in the period, you know, in one year, okay, you are going to make the expenses. These costs are the expenses, right, for the period, such as the rent, salaries, okay, telephone expenses, on all this. Cost classification. Classification of the cost according to its relation to the cost objectives. Direct cost, indirect cost. Cost objectives is anything for which a measurement of the cost is desired. For example, it can be cost of products or the cost of providing a service. Direct cost, cost that can be easily and conveniently traced to a unit of products or other cost objects such as the direct materials and direct labors. Indirect cost, costs that cannot be easily and conveniently traced to a unit of the product or other cost objects. Because indirect cost cannot be traced directly to a cost object, they need to be allocated to the cost objects such as the manufacturing overheads. Behavior, the classification of the cost according to the cost behavior. The cost behavior refers how a cost will react to changes in the level of the activities. It is quantitative measurement of a firm's outputs of the goods or services. For example, the number of Chrysler vans, pairs of the Adidas shoes, tons of the cement product produced. Okay. The most common classifications are variable cost, fixed cost, mixed cost, okay, semi-variable or step costs. The variable cost changes in total in proportion in the change in the related level of the total activities or values. Variable cost always varies as per the activities. If the level of the activities are increasing, when the level of the activities are increasing, the variable cost will increase. If the level will decrease, the variable cost will decrease. Okay. A fixed cost such as the telephone expenses, we can give the example of the telephone expenses. If the level of activities of your business will increase, it means the telephone expenses will increase. You telephone calls, okay, the faxes, all these communications with the customers. Okay, a fixed cost remains unchanged in total for a given time period despite wide changes in the related level of the total activities or values. Costs are defined as a variable or fixed with respect to a specific activities and for a given time of period. So fixed costs never change. Okay, whether your level of activities will high or low, it doesn't matter. Such as the rent, if you are paying the rent of your office, it will remain same, right? Whether your activities are high or low, whether you are doing the 100 millions of the business or 10 millions of business, unchanged in total for a given time of period. If it is 100,000 you are paying for the showroom charges, you will pay for showroom charges, whether your sale is increasing or decreasing. The variable cost, a cost that changes in total in direct proportions to the change in the activity level within a relevant range of the activities. Your totals may be based on how many texts you send, right? The total texting, you can see this graph. This graph is there, okay? Horizontal and vertical lines, number of texts and the total texting bills. Okay, so it depends upon your activities, okay, activities of your business, how many texts you send to your customer, right? We are always getting the text from the different companies, right? The new arrivals, okay, the discount is there, the summer corrections came. This type of information they are giving to their customers, right? So this type of text, if your business is growing or the activities of the business will be high, definitely the variable cost will also. Variable cost per unit. However, variable cost per unit is constant. The cost per text sent may be constant at 5 cents per text message. Okay, if we will go for the unit. So if there is 100 text you are sending one the text cost is 5 cents. So it will remain the 5, right? The activity base cost drivers, a measurement or measure of what causes the incurrence of a variable cost. There is the machine hours, unit produced, machine hours, labor hours, and miles driven. Okay. The fixed cost in total regardless of the change in the level of the activities within a relevant range of activity. Your monthly contract fees for your cell phone may be fixed for the number of monthly minutes in your contract. Okay. So it will be, or you can say the rent, it will be, and on the office rents, it will be the same, it will never change. Okay. There is a the packages you are nowadays we are getting the package from the mobile from the streets, right? That certain amount we are paying 200, right? If we are paying 200, they are giving 2000 minutes, right? So it will never change, it will be fixed. Okay, whether you are calling 2000 minutes or you are calling the 1000 minutes, you have to pay, because this is the contract between you and the mobile company. Fixed cost per unit. However, if the expressed on a per unit basis, the average fixed cost per unit varies inversely with the changes in activity. It means that the higher the activity level, the lower the fixed cost per unit, if we will calculate it, right? Say for example, if you are paying a 200, right, $200 for a month, right, your level is activity is 1000, your activity is 1000, the other person is also paying the 200, right, $200 per month, but level activity is 500. Then per unit will increase or decrease. In A it will decrease, in B it will decrease, right? So if we will calculate the fixed cost per unit, we will find that it is also increasing or decreasing. It is going higher or lower according to the activities. Cell phone call made decrease as more calls are made. Cost classification for predicting the cost behaviors. Behavior of the cost within the relevant range. Cost variables. In total, variable cost increases and decreases in proportions to change in the activity level. Right? It remains the constant. Fixed. Total fixed cost is not affected by changes in activity level within the relevant range. Fixed cost per unit decrease as the activity level rises and increase as the activity level falls. Do you understand it? Do you understand it? Fixed cost and variable cost, right? Fixed cost means it remains same, unchanged, right? Whereas the variable cost is changes according to the activities. We are talking in total. When we are going per unit, then we find what? In variable cost, the cost per unit remains constant. And in the fixed cost, we find that the fixed cost per unit decreases as the activity level rise and increases at the activity level falls. Right? Relevant range, the range of activity within which the firm's cost structure, therefore variable cost per unit and the total fixed cost remains unchanged. The relevant change in the range of the output over which the assumed cost relationship is valid for the normal operations of a firm. There is one cost that is called the mixed cost. Mixed cost. A mixed cost contains both variable and the fixed elements. Consider the example of utility cost. The total utility, the activity, kilowatts, right? You can say the mixed cost. Here, it means the variable cost per kilowatt and the fixed monthly unit utility charges. Okay. So mixed cost means what? The cost where the variable and the fixed cost elements are available. Okay. Or the mixed cost, you can say the mixed cost contains both the variable and the fixed cost elements. The mixed cost, the total mixed cost line can be expressed as an equation. Y is equal to A plus BX, where Y is equal to the total mixed cost, A is equal to the total fixed cost, the variable intercept of the line, B the value of the activities, the slope of the line. Okay, and the X is equal to the level of the activities. Okay, so you can see this Y is what? This is the total mixed cost, X of activities, and A is the total fixed cost. Okay, that is what? That is the vertical line. The variable cost per unit of the, this is what? This is the slope line. Okay, that is what? That is the mixed cost. So you can say the variables cost per unit, fixed monthly utility bill. The mixed cost, an examples, if your fixed monthly utility charges is 40, your variable cost is 0.03 per kilowatt hours, and your monthly activity level is 2000 kilowatt hours. What is the amount of your utility bill? Understand? If your fixed monthly utility charges is 40, okay, fixed monthly, and your variable cost is 0.03 per kilowatt hours, and your monthly activity level is 2000 kilowatt per hours, what is the amount of your utility bill? So Y, because the equation is what? Y is equal to A plus BX. Y is equal to A 40, right? See here, the A, the total fixed cost. The total fixed cost is what? 40, right? Plus B. What is B? B is unit activities. So B is the variable cost. What is the variable cost? 0.03, and okay, multiplied by 2000, right? Multiplied by 2000, the X is what? The level of activities. X is level of activities. What is the level of activities here? 2000, right? The fixed cost is 40. Variable cost is 0.03 multiplied by 2000. 2000 is what? The level of activities. So Y is equal to the $100. Do you understand it? how we will calculate. The y, it is what? The formula is y is equal to a plus bx. A is 40 plus 2000 multiplied by 0.03, right? So it is 100, right? Mixed cost. Manufacturing accounts, the table below shows the format of a manufacturing account. The sole trader manufacturing account for the year ended 31st of December. Direct materials. Okay. Opening inventory, the raw material. Purchase of raw materials. Less closing. Okay. Then we will find the raw material used in the productions. Right? Do you understand it? Hello? Manufacturing account. Okay? It is not any slightly different, okay? But how you are doing the income statement of trading account? The sales minus cost of goods sold, right? Here the direct materials, the opening inventory of the raw material, whatever it is opening inventory, then the purchase, you purchase during the period, right? We will add opening inventory plus purchase of raw materials. Whatever is the total, we will deduct from there, this total, the closing inventory of raw materials. Okay. Then we will find the raw material used in the production. Right? Do you understand it? The opening inventory, suppose the opening inventory is 1000. Purchase 2000, total 3000. Minus 1200 the closing inventory. So it is 1800. 1800 raw material used in the production. Is it clear for you? The opening inventory of raw material plus minus closing inventory of raw materials, then we will find out the raw material used in productions. Okay. Direct labor or direct wages. We are not talking about the inventory, we are talking about the raw materials. Manufacturing account, this is the manufacturing account. Okay. Direct wages, direct expenses such as the royalties is equal to the prime cost. Indirect manufacturing cost, direct indirect wages, general factory expenses, total indirect manufacturing cost. The manufacturing cost during the year, change in inventory of work in progress, opening inventory of the work in progress, less closing inventory of work in progress. Okay. The cost of finished goods produced to income statement. Do you know about the work in progress and finished goods? The material, right? In manufacturing company, right, some of the raw materials are in the stock, some of the raw materials it has in the production line, not yet finished the products. Some of the product it is in the assembly sections to assemble it, and some of the materials it is made already and it becomes a finished goods and it is stored in the warehouse. So what is the work in progress? Hello? What is work in progress, Rana? Work in progress. Are you listening me or seeing the slides? Work started but not, okay. It is under production. It is under production, right? It is not yet finished. If it is finished, then it will be finished goods, okay. The cost of finished goods will be appear in the income statement, okay. The manufacturing account serves to calculate an enterprise production cost, okay, which is also called the cost of finished goods produced. Production cost is used in the calculation of the cost of goods sold in order to determine the gross profit in the income statement of a manufacturing business. The production cost is used in the calculation of the cost of goods sold in order to determine the gross profit in the income statement of a manufacturing businesses or manufacturing units. Cost of finished goods produced, okay. So it is saying the production cost is used in the calculation of. Now see, the sole trader income statement for the year ended 31st of December 2001, sales revenue, cost of sales, opening inventory of finished goods, cost of finished goods products, less closing inventory of the finished goods. The opening inventory of the finished goods, cost of finished goods produced, and less closing inventory of the finished goods, then cost of goods sold will be calculated. And after sold, we will get the gross profit. We will calculate the cost of goods sold here, the opening inventory of the finished goods plus the cost of finished goods produced. See here, this is the cost of goods sold, okay, cost of finished goods produced. How it is? Manufacturing cost during the years, changes in inventory, work in progress, right? Add opening inventory of the work in progress less the closing inventory of work in progress, increase or decrease in the inventory of work in progress, right? Then we will get the cost of finished goods produced. Do you understand it? Direct material, opening inventory of the raw materials, purchase of the raw materials, less the closing inventory of the raw materials. Then we find the raw materials used in the production. Then direct labor, okay. Direct expenses, royalties, the prime cost. Then indirect manufacturing cost, indirect wages, general factory expenses, total indirect expenses, okay, all will be here. Then Manufacturing change in inventory of work in progress. Add inventory work in progress less the closing inventory, opening inventory of the work in progress and less the closing inventory of work in progress. Then we will, whatever the amount, we will put it here. It will be deducted from the manufacturing cost during the year. Okay. After deducting this, we will find the cost. Once we calculated there, then we will come to here the income statement, income expense, sales revenues minus the cost of goods sold. What is the cost of goods sold? How we will calculate it? Opening inventory of the finished goods and cost of plus cost of finished goods produced. That we will take from here. Okay. Then less the closing inventory of the finished goods. Then we will find the cost of goods sold. If we will deduct the cost of goods sold from the sales revenue, we will find the gross profit. Is it clear? Any confusion? So here in the manufacturing unit, you need to before getting the income statement. Okay. Accountants make a distinction between the okay. Hello. Hello. Sound is clear? Yes, the cost in manufacturing. To calculate the cost of manufactured goods, accountants make a distinction between the direct cost and indirect cost. It can be directly identified with the production of the particular products and allocated directly to the units of productions. Direct cost consists of direct materials, direct labors, direct expenses. Direct materials, examples of the direct materials include the raw materials such as the plastic, wood, stone, concrete, steel, screw, nuts, bolts, and the carriage inwards. Carriage inwards means the cost to bring these raw materials to your warehouse. Direct labor, for example, the payroll cost, which can easily be identified with the production of a particular product or with individual units of production per unit of outputs, such as the machines, operators, and the operators' wages. They are basis. If you will product 100 units, you will find such a amount. They are not on the payroll. Direct expenses, for example, the cost of hiring the machinery or royalty paid per unit of the output. Okay. If you are not purchasing the machine, sometimes some of the companies, they are hiring the machines and paying the royalties. Royalties are payments by a business to the of a process, products or idea that has been granted a patent, which protect the inventions from the unauthorized uses by others, and they are sometimes referred to as a patent royalties. It is often a percentage of the sales revenues earned by the business. The total of all direct cost is called the prime cost. Indirect cost not easily identifiable with the production of a particular products or unit of productions. In this context, easily means without spending too much time and money on identifying the cost with the product or with unit of productions. It can be more costly to figure out exactly what the cost of some items used in productions are than the actual cost of the items themselves. In other words, the cost of precisely determining some direct costs may exceed the benefits of having such precise and detailed information. As a consequence, these direct costs are sometimes treated as indirect costs. Indirect costs consist of indirect materials, indirect labor, indirect expenses. Are the materials that are not easily identifiable with the production of a particular products or individual units of outputs. Examples includes the adhesives, varnish, oil, cleaning materials. Okay. Indirect labors examples include the factory supervisor's salary, the factory cleaner's salaries, or the salary of the maintenance engineers. Indirect expenses examples include the factory heat and light, okay, factory telephone, factory insurance, depreciation of plant and machineries, and factory related sundry expenses. The total of indirect material cost, indirect labor cost, and indirect expenses is called indirect manufacturing cost or manufacturing overhead. Example: office furniture, office furniture manufacturing brothers. Okay, here is some information about the cost incurred by the office furniture manufacturing brothers in the year ended 31st of December 2007. Inventory of raw materials on 1st January 2007 was 1,600. 31st of December 2007, 2,100. Inventory of work in progress of 1st January 2007, 700. 31st of December 2007, 840. Inventory of finished goods 1st January 2007 was 7,000. 31st of December it was 8,000. Direct wages 7,900. Purchase of raw materials 17,400. General factory expenses 6,860. Royalties payable 2,000. Sales revenue net of returns 50,000. The requirement is prepare a manufacturing account and show the gross profit section in income statement for office. Okay, this is what. This is one example. Okay. Direct materials. How we are making it? How we will prepare the manufacturing account 2007, right? For whom? For the office furnishing manufacturing brother. Direct materials. Opening inventory of the raw material. See here, the opening inventory of the raw materials 1,600. Purchase of raw material 17,400. Total is 19,000. Closing inventory of the raw material. The closing inventory. See here, what is the closing inventory? What is the closing inventory? Hello? This is not closing inventory, right? 50,000 is the sale, not the closing inventory. What is the closing inventory? Gadad, you are talking about 50,000. This is a sale. Sales of revenue. Sales revenue, right? Closing inventory. What is the closing inventory? This is not the raw material, Rana. This is not the raw material. You are writing the 7,000. This is not the raw material. This is what? This is the work in progress. Inventory of work in progress. We are talking about the inventory of raw material. The closing means what? What do you mean by closing? What is the opening? Opening balance and closing balance. The 1st of January, it will be the opening, right? 31st of December, it will be closing, right? So what is the opening inventory of raw material? Okay. What is the closing then? $2,100, right? The 1st January, the inventory of raw material was 1,600. Rana, it is not 8,000. We are talking about the inventory of raw material. Try to understand raw material, not work in progress. The raw material of 1st of January, the raw material inventory of raw material was 1,600. On 31st of December, the raw material inventory was 2,100, right? So 31st of December, that is the closing. The 1st of January, that is the opening. So opening raw material is one. See here, the opening inventory for the raw material 1,600. Purchase, we purchased, okay. See here the purchasing, what is the purchase? Purchase is 17,400, total 19,000. Closing inventory of the raw material. Closing inventory of the raw material, it means the raw material of 31st December 2007, and it was 2,100. So we minus it 2,100. So the raw material used in production is 16,900, right? Now direct labor. See here the direct wages 7,900. Direct expenses, royalties payable 2,000. Prime cost is now 26,800. Indirect manufacturing cost, right? Indirect wages. See here indirect wages. General factory expenses 6,860. Okay. So total indirect manufacturing cost is 11,960, right? The manufacturing cost during the year 38,760, right? Now add the opening inventory of work in progress. What is the work in progress? Work in progress 700. See here the opening inventory, the 1st January 2007, 700, and less what? Closing inventory of work in progress, that is the 840. So total is what? 140. It will be minus from the 38,760. So the 38,620, this is what the cost of finished goods produced. Is it clear? Is it clear or not? What is our requirement? Requirement is to prepare a manufacturing account. So that we made. Okay. Now we have to make the income statement, okay, to show the gross profit. Now the income statement, sales revenue. See here the sales revenue. What is the sales revenue? It is 50,000, right? So we put the 50,000. Opening inventory of finished goods. See the opening inventory of finished goods. Opening inventory of finished goods. How much? 7,000. Opening inventory of finished goods 7,000. Cost of finished goods 38,620 and less closing inventory, that is 8,000. So the cost of goods sold is 37,620. 50,000 minus 37,620, it is 12,380. Right? This is what the gross profit. Cost of goods sold for the trading account. How we calculate? How we calculate the cost of goods sold or cost of sales for the trading account, trading business? Tell me please. Trading business, how you will calculate the cost of goods sold for the trading business? Opening inventory, then cost of sales of trading business. Anybody can tell me how you will calculate the cost of sales? What about the purchase? Yes, opening inventory plus purchase plus carriage inwards minus closing inventory, right? The purchase is there, okay, then we are getting the cost of goods sold. But here if you will see here, there is no purchase. There is no purchase, right? What is there? cost of finished goods produced, right? Instead of purchase. Why? Because it's the goods, materials, right? They are manufacturing, they are not purchasing. They are purchasing what? By materials. But they are not purchasing the finished goods. They are producing finished goods, right? So the opening inventory of the finished goods plus the cost of finished goods produced. To produce the finished goods, whatever the cost, that cost will be added here and less the closing inventory of finished goods, right? To find out this cost of finished goods produced, we have calculated it here. That is called the manufacturing account. That is called manufacturing account. Okay. Instead of purchase, okay, we are putting the cost of finished goods produced. To find out the cost of finished goods produced, we have to make what? The manufacturing account. That manufacturing account is this: the direct materials, opening inventory of raw material, purchase of raw material, less closing inventory of raw materials. Then we will find the raw material used in the productions. Then what we will add direct labor, direct expenses. Then we will find the prime cost. Then indirect manufacturing cost, indirect wages, general factory expenses. Then we will find the total indirect cost, right? The manufacturing cost during the year after the addition of this prime cost and the manufacturing cost, we will find the manufacturing cost during the year. Okay. And then we will add the opening inventory of work in progress and we will less the closing inventory of the work in progress. Okay. Then we will find the cost of finished goods produced. Okay. When we are making the sales income statement for the manufacturing factory companies, sales revenue minus the sales cost of sales. How we will calculate the cost of sales? Opening inventory of finished goods minus cost plus cost of finished goods produced minus closing inventory of the finished goods. So we will find the cost of goods sold. When we will deduct the cost of goods sold from the sales revenue, we will find the gross profit. Is it clear now? So for the income statement, before the to prepare the manufacturing account, okay, that manufacturing account we did before this. Preparing a manufacturing accounts spend approximately 20 minutes on this activities. Here is the some information about the cost incurred by the Atkinson brothers during the year ended 31st January 1st. Inventory of raw materials January 1st, it means what? This is the opening inventory. Okay, 2250. 31st of December 2002, it means what? It is the closing inventory of the raw material 2800. Inventory of work in progress 1st January 2002. This is the opening 100. 31st of December 2002. This is the closing inventory of the work in progress. This is 1050. Inventory of finished goods on 1st of January. It means the inventory of finished goods opening 5700. 31st of December 2002. It means it is a closing. The closing inventory for the finished goods is 6250. Direct wages 18220. Indirect wages 2300. Purchase of raw materials 22,800. General factory expenses 8,850. Royalties payable 1,500. Sales 175,000. Here the prepare a manufacturing is what is the requirement? Prepare a manufacturing account for a Atkinson's Brothers manufacturing business for the year ended 31st. Here we are only going to make what manufacturing account, okay, no gross profit. So manufacturing account, how we will make the manufacturing account? Direct materials. Opening inventory of the raw material 2250, purchase 22,800, minus closing inventory for the raw materials 2,800. So 22,250, this is the raw material used in the production. Direct labor 18,220, direct expense royalties 1,500. Okay, it is added. So now 41,970, this is what? The prime cost. Now indirect manufacturing cost are indirect wages 2,300, general factory expenses 8,850. Okay, total of indirect manufacturing cost is 11,150 plus 41,970 the prime cost. The total manufacturing cost during the year is 53,120. Now we have to add the inventory of the work in progress, the opening inventory minus the closing inventory of the work in progress. So the opening inventory is 1,100, closing inventory is 1,050. So total 50 will be added, okay, in the manufacturing cost during the year. So what is the manufacturing cost during the year? 53,120 plus 50, so total 53,170. This is the cost of finished goods produced. You understand it? Do you understand it? Hello? Is it clear, all of you? It is clear for all of you? Okay, example of Majestic Manufacturing. Majestic Manufacturing income and expense informations for the year ended 31st of March. Sales 250,000, purchase of raw materials 55,000, direct labor 50,000, depreciation of equipment 22,000, rent 17,000, depreciation of motor vehicles 15,000, heating and lighting 4,000, telephone 3,400, other manufacturing overheads 3,300, other selling expenses 3,500, and other administrative expenses 3,700. The apportionment of the indirect expenses is as follows: shared overhead apportionment, say manufacturing, selling, administration and all. So here, so see that these shared overheads apportionment. This is the depreciation equipments, rent, depreciations of motors, vehicles, heating and lightings and telephone. Here the manufacturing 70%, 50%, 20% and 40%. Here the sellings 20%. Okay, administrative 10%, 30%, 30%, 35% and 25%. The inventories of the raw materials, work in progress and finished goods are as follows. The value of the inventories, the raw material, April 1st, 2008, 10,000. In March, 31st of March 2009, it is 8,000. Work in progress 7,000 and 6,000. Finished goods 20,000 and 22,000. So prepare a manufacturing account and income statement for the Majestic Manufacturing for the year ended 31st of March. Okay. Here see the informations. Here also the information of the value of the inventories. We are going to make the manufacturing account before making the income statement. Okay. So the manufacturing account, as you know, that we have to take first the things will be the direct materials. The opening inventory of the raw material is 10,000. Right. See here, the opening inventory. Okay, opening inventory 31st of April. This is the opening inventory of raw material. Okay, so we put opening. Then purchase raw material. Purchasing of raw materials here 55,000. We put here 55,000. The total is 65,000. Closing inventory of the raw material, it is showing here 8,000. So we minus 8,000. So total raw material used in the productions 57,000. Right? Direct labor is 50,000. See here the direct labor 50,000. 50,000 added. Okay. Then the prime cost, we find the prime cost. This is the prime cost 107,000. Manufacturing overhead, depreciation of equipment 70%. Okay. See here, depreciation of equipment 70%. Okay. Rent 50%, depreciation 20%, heating and 40%. Okay. So here the depreciation of the equipment 70%. So what is the equipment's charges? Motor vehicles 15,000. Okay. See here the 22,000 of 70% of the 22,000, so it is 15,000, 50%. Okay, so it is 8,500, and the depreciation of the motor vehicle 20%, 15% of the 20% is 3,000, and heating and lighting 40% into multiplied by the 400. Okay, or other manufacturing overhead expenses 3,300. So total manufacturing overheads is 31,800. 31,800, 107,000. So it is 138,800. Right? Now we will add what? The opening inventory of the work in progress. It is 7,000. And the closing inventory is work in progress is 6,000. So 7,000 minus 6,000, it is 1,000. 1,000 will be added in 138,800. So now 139,800, this is the cost of finished goods produced, right? So now we will make the income statement, right? Income statement, it means gross profit and net profit also. So sales revenue 250,000. Okay, opening inventory of the finished goods. See here, opening finished goods 20,000, plus the cost of finished goods produced 139,000. From here we have taken 139,800, so it is 159,800 minus closing inventory. See here the closing inventory is 22,000. 22,000 minus, so 137,000, right? 250,000 minus 137,800, so the gross profit is 112,200. Depreciation, okay, 4,400. Rent 3,400. Okay, depreciation of motor vehicles, heating and lightings, right? Telephone expense and other selling expenses. So it is total 20 selling expenses is 22,350 plus administrative expenses, depreciation of equipments, okay, rent and depreciation of motor vehicles, heating and lighting expenses 35%, okay, and the telephone expenses and other administrative expenses. So it is 22,000, okay, $350 and 17,000, 22,100. Do you understand it? Activity number 3.2, preparing the manufacturing accounts and the income statement. Okay, income and expenses informations for the year ended 31st of March 2009. Sales revenue is 198,000, purchase of raw material 43,000, direct labor 55,000, royalties 1,250, depreciation of equipments 24,000, direct of motor vehicles, depreciation of the motor vehicles 12,800, rent 20,000, heating and lighting 6,000, telephone and internet 5,000, other manufacturing overheads 4,200, other selling expenses 2,850, and other administrative expenses 4,900. Here it is saying the apportionments of the indirect expenses is as follows. Depreciation of equipments, okay, manufacturing 70%, selling 20%, administrative 10%. Do you understand it? Do you understand this table? Muhammad, do you understand this table? Because it is very necessary to understand the table, otherwise you cannot understand the things. For the calculation, you need to understand this table. Do you understand this table? What is the apportionment? Apportionment. Hello. Hello guys. Are you listening me? Hearing me? What is this table? I am asking this table. Shared overhead apportionments. This is showing the proportion of the calculation, right? The depreciation of equipments. Depreciation of equipments for when we are going to manufacturing account, when preparing the manufacturing account, we will calculate 70% of the depreciation. We will take 70% of the depreciation for the manufacturing account. For the selling expenses, we will take the 20%, and for administrative, we will take 10%. Do you understand? So what is the depreciation? What is the depreciation of equipment? See here, the depreciation of equipments, it is saying 24%. It means what? When we will make the manufacturing account, we will take 70% of the 24,000. When we will go for the selling expenses, we will calculate 20% of the 24,000 and 10% for the 24,000. Accordingly, depreciation of motors 10% for manufacturing, 60% for selling, administration. For the rent, 40% for the manufacturing, 30% for selling, and 30% for administrative. Heating and lightings, 40% for the manufacturing, 25% for the selling, and 35% for administrations. The inventories of raw materials, work in progress, finished goods are as follows. The value of the inventory, raw materials, the opening inventory is 16,400, closing inventory is 14,800. Work in progress, the opening inventory 9,200, closing inventory 8,800. Finished products, the opening inventory 28,500 and closing inventory 26,400. Prepare a manufacturing account and an income statement for bricks manufacturing for the year ended 31st of March 2009. See here, the direct material now prepare the manufacturing account, right? For the year ended 31st of manufacturing account for the year ended 31st of March 2009. Direct material, opening inventory of See here the opening 16,400, right? So we have written here the purchase of the rate meters. The purchase is here. You see the purchase 43,000, right? 59,400. This is the total less the closing inventory of the raw material. What is the raw material used in the production? It is 44,600. Direct labor 55,000. Direct expenses royalty is 1,200. So total the prime cost is 100,850. Depreciation of the 24,000 as it is mentioned in the table. See here the depreciation of equipment for manufacturing 20% is 70%. So 70% of 24,000. 10% depreciation for the motor. Okay. 40% of the rent and heating and lighting 40%. 10% telephone. Okay. Total is 33,180. Okay, 100,850 plus 33,150. So it is what? Total is 134,030. Now the opening inventory of the work in progress. What is the opening inventory of work in progress? 9,200. Okay, 9,200 minus closing inventory 8,800. So it is 400. 400 added. So it is now 134,430. This is the cost of finished goods produced. Now we are going to make the income statement for the year ended 31st of March 2009 for Bricks Manufacturing Company. The sales revenue was 198,000, right? The opening inventory of the finished goods, see here the opening inventory of finished goods 28,500, right? So 28,500 plus the cost of finished goods produced 134,430, total 162,930 minus closing inventory of the finished goods is 26,400. So the cost of goods sold is 136,530. Okay, 198,000 minus 136,530. So the gross profit is 61,470. Selling expenses. Depreciation of equipment is 20% of 24,000. Depreciation of the motor vehicle 60%. Okay, of 12,800. Rent 30% of 20,000. Heating and lighting 25% of 6,000. Telephone and internet 60% of 5,000. Other selling expenses 2,850. So total selling expenses is administrative expenses, depreciation 10%, depreciation of equipments 10% of 24,000, depreciation of motor vehicles 30% of 12,800, rent 30% of 20,000, heating and lightings 35% of 6,000, telephone and internet 30% of the 5,000, and other administrative expenses it is 4,900. So total administrative expenses is 20,740 plus the general selling expenses 25,830. So it is 46,570. It will be deducted from the gross profit 61,470. So our net profits for the year is 14,900. Is it clear? Do you understand it? Is it clear for all of you? So this is the income statement of what we discussed. This was the income statement of manufacturing company, right? When we are going to make the income statement of manufacturing company, before income statement we have to go for the manufacturing account, right? So, right, what is the purpose of making the manufacturing account? What is the purpose of manufacturing account? Why we are preparing the manufacturing account? What is the purpose of preparing the manufacturing account? To find the cost of finished goods, yes, right? To find the cost of finished goods. What is the purpose of finding the cost of? No, not determine the selling price. To determine the cost of goods sold, or cost of sales. Cost of goods sold or cost of sales. Okay. Yes. You finished today. Okay. Your quiz is on due on 2025 and on Thursday. Okay. All the best for the quiz. One. Read thoroughly all the materials. Chapter number, book number 1 and 2. Thank you for everyone. Inshallah, we will meet on Sunday.